My brothers and sisters, you are now watching the Gamer 2323, so just forget about the chores you're supposed to do. Put your feet up, get your Kool-Aid, fried chicken, popcorn, get whatever you may need! And I hope you enjoy the video.
Y'all know what this face mean, right? Y'all know what that face mean. That means that the time is almost near. Why am I still doing this? The time is almost near, my brothers and sisters. That time to where when you a gamer, we all get excited. You know, boxers go off, panties get loose. Because E3 right around the corner, my brothers and sisters. And man, let me tell you that I'm excited. So, E3 2017. We almost here, man. Almost here at E3 2017. Pretty much like we got like a month to go and we're going to be right in E3. I just think like just doing a flat out predictions vid, like to me it gets boring because for the most part we all have the same predictions. You know, I think we all have like some idea of what things we can expect at E3, and people just talk about the things that they can expect, and it's boring. Let's be honest, it's just boring. So I threw in some of the wishes slash hunches that I think that I got a hunch might be at this year's E3, but I don't really have no evidence to confirm such things, you know, but I think it'll be more fun this way. So, Sony, let's start off with the best, shall we? Who the freak cares about Microsoft? I'm joking, but slightly. Anyways, though, Sony, I think Sony is going to start off with a freaking bang. I mean, if you look at what they did last year's E3, literally their conference started, these suckers had an orchestra going like this. We like, what the freak is about to go on? Bam, sucker. God of War freaking 4. So that's how, and honestly, to me, Sony has been killing it at E3 since like 2013. You know, back before the PS4 and Xbox One came out, and how, you know, we were all scared of what's, you know, of what PlayStation was going to do because of all the restrictions that the Xbox One had. And then these suckers came out on stage and was like, if you want to, you know, let your friend borrow a game, this is how you do it. Ever since 2013, I think Sony has been killing it at E3. So, but they started off with a bang last year. God of War 4. So I think they're going to start off with a bang this year. Don't really know what game they're going to start off with. I don't know if it's going to be a completely new IP or something we've seen already. Don't really know. I just know they always start off with a bang. So I think it's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be as epic as last year's. It was like God of War 4. Like that was crazy. But I think it's going to be something close to that. Sucker Punch. I think Sucker Punch is going to reveal their new IP this year. Sucker Punch has kind of been in the dark. You know, they were supposed to be, before, you know, Spider-Man, you know, was seen, and now Insomniac is doing that. It was rumored to be Sucker Punch. Ever since then, we haven't heard jack from you know, from these dudes. So Sucker Punch has been in the dark for quite some time. You know, Infamous Second Son came out like in what, 2014 or something like that. So I don't think it's going to be another Infamous. I don't think it's going to be Sly Cooper. I think it's going to be a new IP, a new open world IP. Why? Because open world games are kind of a trend right now. Everyone's trying to do open world games. I mean, freaking, I don't think Ubisoft has released one game this year that hasn't been open. Like, Ubisoft is just trying to throw out anything. Like, try this, you know. So open world games, you know, they're kind of popular right now. So I think Sucker Punch is going to reveal their new IP, and it's going to be an open world game. I don't really know exactly like how it's going to be, but I'm just thinking it's going to be an open world game. So, Kingdom Hearts fans, I'm so sorry to bring this news. I'm so sorry to bring this news to you, bro. But I don't think we're going to see Kingdom Hearts 3 at this year's E3. I do think we're going to see some more of Kingdom Hearts 3 this year, of course. But at this E3 in particular, I don't think they're going. I honestly believe that, you know, I think Kingdom Hearts 3 got revealed in 2013, like the announcement, hey, we're working on Kingdom Hearts 3. But I think that announcement came too soon. I think they announced that game before they even had, like, I truly believe they announced that game too soon because they were not ready to show the progression of the game because they really didn't have nothing to show. So Kingdom Hearts 3, again, if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, you know, it seemed like we literally became adults waiting for this game. Literally. But I think they got people's hopes and expectations up way too soon before they really had something to show. So I do think we're going to see some more gameplay of Kingdom Hearts 3 this year, but I don't think we're going to get no gameplay at this year's E3. I got a freaking hiccup because I can't freaking. But I really don't think we're going to see it out of this year's E3. Sorry, Kingdom Hearts fans. Detroit Become Human. I don't know if you suckers forgot about this game or not, but Detroit Become Human is another exclusive that PS4 has, and you know, I think they did show something of it last year, if I can recall, but pretty much since last year, we haven't heard or seen anything of this game. So, Detroit Become Human, I'm definitely interested in that. I want to see more of that game. Again, not sure if you guys forgot about that game, but that's another exclusive that PS4 has. So definitely, I think we're going to see some more gameplay of that this year with a possible release date for it before the delay. And then Days Gone. Days Gone, we're going to get some new gameplay, and I think they're going to give us a release date for it. Days Gone, that was the game shown at last year's E3. Again, I love apocalyptic, you know, games with zombies in them, and that game, I was liking the gameplay, man. Freaking tons of zombies just after you, and it's an open world game, seems what, you know. I do want to know more about the story and the characters that are in this game, so hopefully they can show more of that, because when they showed it at last year's E3, it was just pure gameplay and like really nothing else. So hopefully they can show more of the story aspect of Days Gone. But Days Gone, sucker, that's a day one cop right here. So I'm definitely excited for Days Gone. New gameplay with a possible release date at this year's E3. Bloodborne 2 reveal. I think Bloodborne 2. Now this is kind of a wish, you know, slash just kind of have a hunch is going to happen. But Bloodborne 2 reveal with a release date window. You know, Bloodborne came out in what, 2015, right? And it was a very successful game, you know, very successful new IP, you know, for the PS4, you know. Of course this, you know, compared to the Souls games, you know, and stuff like that. But I like Bloodborne because it's a more fast-paced game, and it went over really well, you know, for PS4, and a lot of people bought it. People are still playing it, you know, till today. So Bloodborne 2, I definitely think we're getting a sequel hands down. I don't know if it's going to be shown at this E3, but I got a hunch Bloodborne 2 is going to get revealed at this year's E3 with a release date window possibly for 2018 next year. Spider-Man gameplay. I don't know if man, I really don't know, because I thought Spider-Man was going to come out this year, and apparently I guess Marvel thought the same thing because they were like, oh yeah, the game will be out by the time Homecoming comes out. And then that's when Insomniac came out and said, what y'all suckers talking about? It was like, hold on, sucker. We don't know if we're going to have this game ready for this year, but I don't know, man. If you don't know, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and I have been fiending for a Spider-Man game that is the same level of quality as the Batman Arkham games. If they can do that, Spider-Man gameplay, Insomniac, please. Destiny 2 reveal. We're gonna finally see some gameplay of Destiny 2. That's actually been confirmed that a gameplay reveal is going to be at this year's E3. Most likely it's going to happen during Sony's press conference, because Sony has the marketing rights to Destiny, so it's going to get, you know, some of the content first, of course, and stuff like that. You Xbox fans mad? But Destiny 2, I'm joking. But Destiny 2 gameplay reveal. Listen, again, you can say whatever you want about Destiny, but it still has a huge fan base behind it. That junk is still being streamed by a lot of people today. Is like, I think it has like 1 million players daily still playing the game. So I mean, freak what you think, right? Freak what I and you think. Like, people still love Destiny, so it's gonna be a big game still. Hopefully, again, like I said, if they can just improve on a lot of the mistakes they made with the launch version of the first Destiny, I'm gonna buy Destiny 2. Like, as long as I see improvement, I'll buy it, you know. So Destiny 2 reveal, actually looking forward to that. PlayStation All Stars 2. Now this is kind of like a wish / hunch I have. PlayStation All Stars. I don't want to say it was a flop, but there should be no reason to where PlayStation has literally a version of Super Smash Brothers with PlayStation characters, and maybe like 4 or 5 months after the release of that game, you can then find that game inside of the bargain bin. Like, there should be no reason for that. PlayStation All Stars could be a huge game for PlayStation. And, you know, the first one really didn't go over too well. I don't really know the exact amount of sales it had, but I personally think PlayStation All-Stars has so much potential. All they need to do, I'm telling you, bruh, I think that's really the reason why I couldn't get into PlayStation All-Stars. Listen, it's going to be compared to Smash Brothers regardless, okay? Whatever they try to do to make it their own is going to be compared to Smash Brothers regardless. Why not just own up to that and be a flat-out clone? Just be a flat-out clone, dude. I'm just talking about the core of the game. Have a damage meter, have it work the same way Smash Brothers works, because that's really why I couldn't get into the first PlayStation All-Stars, because there was no damage meter, and the only way to you know, kill people was by doing specials. Like, it was just lame to me. It was personally lame to me. I know some people enjoy PlayStation All-Stars. Get the freak out of here. No. There should be a Super Smash Brothers game with PlayStation characters. You know how huge that should be on PlayStation? Nah, get the freak out. PlayStation All-Stars can be so much more than what that first one was, but they gotta flat out be a clone of Super Smash Brothers. Then you can add in, you know, some different things after you make the core Smash Brothers. Then you can add in some stuff to make it your own. But PlayStation All-Stars 2, I do think, I got a hunch we're going to see it at this year's E3. And if they could just do what I just said, watch how much watch how much sales this junk gets. You know, so God of War 4. I think we're going to get some God of War 4 new gameplay with a release date too. Apparently these suckers have like a finished disc, or like I don't know if finished is the word, but apparently they have a disc that is pretty much all of God of War 4. Don't know if that's going to be the final version of the game, but I didn't think it was going to come out this year. I still really don't. I think probably early next year, but God of War 4, I think we're going to see some more gameplay for that with a release date. If not, sometime this year, early 2018. Can't wait for that, because God of War 4 on that PS4 Pro, on a 4K TV? Sign me up, fam. And last but not least, yeah. The Last of Us, bro. The Last of Us 2. Now, I know some people don't really believe that we're gonna get gameplay of The Last of Us 2 at this year's E3. I am here to tell you, freak you and your beliefs, okay? we're gonna get The Last of Us 2 gameplay. Listen, if you really think about it, the first Last of Us came out in 2013. I think it got revealed in 2011. The very first time they showed us Last of Us 2, I mean, not Last of Us, but the first Last of Us. It was very early gameplay. Like, the UI wasn't, you know, what it was in the final version. I'm not saying this junk has to be like what The Last of Us 2 is going to look like. I think it's going to be gameplay, but it's going to be very early gameplay. Meaning that it might not be the final version, but this is what they got thus far. I'm not talking about like, bam, so it's like, this is what The Last of Us 2 is going to look like. I'm talking about exactly what they did for the first Last of Us. They showed some early gameplay, like the UI was completely different, and the crafting system looked a little different. I'm talking about that very early gameplay of The Last of Us 2, and this junk is gonna blow your freaking boy. Oh boy, I cannot wait. I can die a happy man after I play that game. The Last of Us 2, Joel, Ellie, man, that junk is going to be something special. So, yeah, Last of Us 2 will be at this year's E3 with gameplay. You heard it here first. Now let's move over to Microsoft.